Hey everybody. On today's episode, I'm going to be doing tomato soup. Now, why tomato soup? Well, one, a lot of good tomatoes in the market, all different flavors, sizes, varieties, and tastes. And two, it's one of the most universal comfort foods around. Sort of rainy, so let's make some soup. Let's go. On today's episode, we're going to do a simple tomato soup. So first, you're going to need 6 ripe tomatoes. They could be beefsteak, yellow tomatoes, black tomatoes, just about 1.2 liters worth good ripe tomatoes. Also, we're going to need some herbs, some parsley, about 2 sprigs worth. And we're also going to need about 2 sprigs of thyme. Got quite a bit growing here, but 2 pieces will do. And a few leaves of basil. So the first step is to core the tomatoes. So we take a knife, put our thumb about an inch back on the flat part of the blade, and we come into the tomato core at an angle, roughly 45 degrees. Go all the way until our thumb reaches the center of the core, and we just rotate the tomato around. The knife doesn't move, the tomato does. And what this does is it cuts out a cone. So once we finish rotating, and then we just pull out the core, and it comes out in a nice cone shape, just like this. Another ingredient that we're going to need is a bay leaf. And we're also going to need a clove of garlic. Another ingredient we're going to need is 1.2 liters of water. So we slice up our garlic to nice thin slices. Get half an onion. We're going to slice that up nice and thinly as well. And then this will be the basis of our velouté or our roux-based sauce that we're going to add to our tomato soup. So first, we get the water to a boil and we blanch our tomatoes or partially cook. This helps remove the skins. So we just immerse the tomatoes into the boiling water, 20 seconds, fish them out, and then we put the temperature onto low. Now that we fished out our tomatoes, turn the temperature down low, we skin the tomatoes. It's very simple. Just peel back the skin, it comes off very quickly. And then we quarter our tomatoes. 2 cuts and you're done. Very simple, but we're going to keep the seeds in this particular case. So don't empty it out. We need those seeds in there. It adds flavor. So we put our quartered tomatoes back into the water at a low temperature, and we let that go for about 15 minutes over low heat. We also add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Meanwhile, we're going to make a roux-based velouté. So we take a 1/4 cup of butter on medium heat, then you lower it, add the chopped onions and garlic, you cook it for 15 minutes. Then we add 5 tablespoons of flour to that, cook it for 2 minutes, keep stirring to get all the starch out. Make sure you get in all the corners, and then we have an onion and garlic roux. To this, we're going to add the tomato stock, 2 cups worth. Now the hot stock is going to force the roux to become velouté sauce. So we add the stock, stir it up, and then this will loosen up our roux and form it into our nice tomato velouté with onions and garlic. And then we're going to add that velouté sauce back into the tomato soup. We're going to add some bay leaves and our herbs, and we're going to cook it out for half an hour. Now, some tomatoes are sweet, some are tart, so you might need to add sugar. After half an hour, you remove your bay leaf and you get ready to blend. So the garlic, tomato, and onion velouté mixed with the fresh tomatoes and the water will create a nice, thick, comforting soup. So we hit the blender, mix it until you get a nice homogeneous mass like this, and then Put it in a container and let it sit in the fridge. Afterwards, you can garnish a reheated soup with parsley, croutons, sour cream, chives, any way you like. I'm just using a bit of parsley here. But this is one of the original comfort foods. It's simple, the French method works, and you can use all kinds of different varieties of tomatoes. Share, like, and subscribe. Cheers.